Today I want to talk about being worn out and trying to remain positive and just survive. There's been many times during my career and doing what I do where I've just felt like, yeah, I can't do this anymore. I absolutely can't do this anymore. You know, Pushing the envelope, creating products, services that science fiction books are written from take a toll on you mentally and physically. And there have been many times where I've just been completely worn out and needed to recharge my batteries. Some of us take a vacation if you can afford to. Some of us do all kinds of different things. But today I'm going to show you just a very, very quick technique to get your body, mind, and spirit back into the stream. And the stream comes from source. And just in brief, in my belief system, I believe everything emulates from source. And source has rings around it, and each ring that goes out is a level of vibration or frequency. And the closest ring to source are the archangels, the ascended masters, and out we go. And to tap into that stream, that source stream, is very, very quick and just takes a minute, and it just pulls you into this amazing space that you realize that everything around you and everyone are just cartoon characters in your reality playing their part. And by doing this, you see it for what it is, and it raises you up. And as you come out of that funk, as you raise yourself up, your levels of vibration are attractive, right? The laws of attraction, intention, and all of it. It's all great, but you need to physically and mentally, especially, be in the stream. And once you're back in the stream, just trying to survive the worry, everything just kind of just spills out of you. So this technique doesn't require water, doesn't require anything. It's actually human geometry, human sacred geometry. What you want to do is just take your hands and put them together like this, so you're kind of forming a teardrop. Okay, and you want to just bring your fingers down like this, so you almost create a little bit of a tunnel. Okay, and you can't see it, but when you're looking at it, it looks like a teardrop. And what you want to do is on the inside of that, you just close your eyes for a minute, and you just create a little ethereal ball of energy. It's very, very simple to do. And as that ball starts to create, you'll feel that energy. You just kind of zip down your fingers. You'll feel it running to your elbows. You'll feel it run up to your shoulders. And eventually, within 10 or 15 seconds, it'll envelop your entire body. And you don't have to do anything. You just allow that energy to connect and flow. And the more it moves through your body, the higher you are, the faster you go towards the stream. And once you're in the stream, everything else just kind of dissipates and you feel it. And when you open your eyes, just want to slowly bring your hands together. You just have this amazing awareness of everything around you, and the feeling tired, being worn out, just trying to survive. Oh my God, I can't do this anymore. It just goes away because you see it for exactly what it is. It's a cartoon. Okay, it's not real. Your reality, the world reacts to you how you react to it. If you get up in the morning and you're pissed off, you're just angry, you just don't want to do anything, the world reacts to you. Your environment, your conscious creation that you're outputting reacts back to you like that. If you get up in the morning and you have a positive thought, you go to here's a great experiment. Before you go to bed at night, try and have one positive thought. It can be about anything. Watch your dreams. When you get up in the morning, have a positive thought. And watch how the environment, watch how everything reacts to you. So things that have a razor's edge don't have a razor's edge anymore. Things that will generally react negatively to you are a little bit softer. You'll notice that when you're in that stream, everything that you notice around you is an illusion. It's a cartoon. And you can manipulate the cartoon any way you want once you're in that stream. So remember, folks, teardrop, 30 seconds to a minute, whenever you want, just be in your space. No water involved, no anything. Create the etherical ball, have it come through your fingers, down through your body. Slowly open your eyes, pull your fingers apart. Boom. Watch what happens. Thank you.
And good morning, Reno Soriano, the Conscious Health Alchemist, day 30. on your 30-day Holistic Health Challenge. How have you done? All right. I've given you some powerful stuff over the past month. Where are you? Have you had some challenges? Are you having epiphanies? You may be experiencing some wonderful things. So where are you? And so I'm going to have to leave you with something very inspiring today. And so the topic, I see a lot of people seeking to find their purpose. And what's my purpose? And what's my purpose? And they hire coaches, and they have a coach trying to figure out what's their purpose. And I'm here to say, slow down, because you have more power than you think, and your purpose is not what you do as far as occupation or career. That's not what your main purpose is in life. So a lot of people are there, what's my purpose? I got to find that perfect thing to do in life. I'm here to say your purpose is to be the highest version of your highest self. Means anytime you go out in public, how do you carry yourself? How do you carry your energy? Okay, your purpose is to show up in your full glory. Your purpose is to radiate and be as brilliant as a million suns. Your purpose is to impact people without having to say a word. Your purpose is to walk in a room and change the molecules in that room and shift people without words being said. Your purpose is to show up in your full glory. And if you're doing that, you're helping people. If you're trying to figure out what's that perfect thing, how can I help people? You're helping people by walking as a fit, healthy, radiant person and aligned to your spiritual self and your highest version of your true self, and walking in harmony with yourself and with others. That's what your purpose is. It's not this one little thing that you do with a career or an occupation. That's a small, trivial life purpose. Your purpose is to align, to be fit, healthy, and radiant, so you have an abundance of energy so you can go manifest the life of your dreams. You're not here to save anyone, by the way. Not here to save anyone. I hear all this talk about, oh, this person's a healer and they're here to help. You're not here to save anybody. You're here to create a holistic foundation for your life so you can live a victorious life. Yes, you can serve people. That's fantastic. That's awesome. But you're here to align with your truth first and walk and embody your truth and be brilliant. So you don't have to say words to impact people. That's how you help people the most. Because if you try to impinge your belief systems and philosophies on someone else, it's not going to work. All right? And I'm sure you've tried that. You've tried to talk to people and say, hey, everyone's got their own version of truth. Let them have it. And some people are not going to, they don't want to shift. They want to live their cozy, convenient little lives, watching TV and sitting back and letting life pass them by. Leave them be. Okay? You want to connect with the people who high vibe like you. So your mission, I'm going to leave you with a mission of monumental proportions. From here on out, I'm going to invite you to not only a higher dimension of health and wellness, I'm going to invite you to a delicious life where you impact people without having to say a word. You walk into a room, people take notice of you, and you're shifting molecules into atoms. Okay? So, I leave you with the mission of monumental proportions. From this day forth, you will continue this holistic lifestyle. You will continue to radiate and be brilliant. When you walk into a room, you will inspire people with your vibration. When you walk into public, you will look into people's eyes. You will be extraordinary. You will be exceptional. You will be impeccable with your word. You will conduct yourself as you're a holy being. You will value yourself as you are a holy being. You will value yourself so people will feel it. And you will cause shifts and ripples in their consciousness. Okay? You are a mighty sacred being, and all these years you have pretended not to be. How about dropping the stories and embodying your full magnificent self? When you walk into a room, be brilliant and let people take notice of you. So, on this 30-day challenge, you will continue this, because it's like I said the other day, it's not something you do for a little while and then you drop off and go back to other habits. You can do that. Your life's not going to be too pretty. I'm inviting you to a delicious, victorious life, and to do that, you are required to embody your full, radiant self. So, it's been an honor to serve you on this 30-day mission, and if there's any way I may serve you further, you know how to reach me. It's been an honor to serve you. I wish you many blessings on your sacred journey. I'm Reno Soriano. And remember, healthy body, happy soul.
Hey guys, welcome back. Day 30. Can you believe it? It has been a wild ride. So much fun, so much wonderful information and techniques I hope you guys have gotten from this program. Today's final challenge is bringing in the light into your body with a technique called the inner smile. That's why I have this lighting today. It really gives a great visualization of what I bring into my visualizations, an inner body healing technique. And it's so simple, but it is your divine right, your right as a human spirit walking this planet to heal your own body. I'm sure you've gotten so much information about this from all the other facilitators as well. But this is just another wonderful technique I wanted to share with you because it doesn't take long at all. And it really brings the frequency up in your body because you are giving it love and acknowledgement. So let's just get right into it. Palms up like we normally do. Deep breath. Close your eyes. And imagine the pillar of golden light coming down from the universe, from Creator, from Source. And it fills up your entire auric bubble around you. Beautiful white golden light. And I want you to imagine any place in your body. We're going to go there with our smile and with our love and gratitude, a place in your body where you feel discomfort or dis-ease or just general weakness that you need to give energy to. So as an example today, I'm going to go to the adrenal glands. They are the walnut-sized glands that sit atop the kidneys because most of us need more energy there. That's the body's battery pack. So if you have another place in your body where you want to go, please do so. Deep breath. And we're going to send this golden white light down through our feet and imagine it going down into the earth. We are the connector. The human is the connector between the heavens and the earth. And I want you to put a smile on your face, just a little smile, similar to that of the Mona Lisa. And I want you to drop down into your heart chakra and imagining it opening up like a flower, but it has this bright, brilliant light like a star right in the center of your chest. And we'll go down through the back, down the spine, and through our mind's eye, we're going to see our kidneys and adrenal glands. They are the energy, again, like I said, the battery pack of the body, easily drained by stress, poor diet, sugar, alcohol, caffeine, and poor sleep. So we definitely want to send more energy there as often as we can. We're going to take our smile and our open heart chakra, and we're going to see our eyes lighting up like stars in and of themselves. And we're going to look at our kidneys and adrenals or wherever it is in your body that needs the energy and love. And we're going to laser focus love, gratitude, and acknowledgement. Ask the body, what do you need me to know about any symptoms, any pains in the body, any weakness? Is there anything you want to tell me, body? I acknowledge you and I thank you for showing me, for giving me these symptoms so that I will know where you are in distress. The light through your eyes, your loving smile, your heart chakra, all sending waves of love and acknowledgement. And that's all there is to it. You thank it. You take any notes if you want about what your body might have to say about a certain pain, disease, any weakness in the body. We want to ask the body, we want to acknowledge the symptoms, and we want to thank. And why is this important? Because you probably know, you've heard, we all have, in the Western medical model, they want to fight the body and fight the disease and fight the symptoms. Well, the disease is a part of your body. It's your body yelling for acknowledgement. It needs help. It's not trying to destroy you, as it were. You don't fight it like it's another being. Because when we fight it and we have that attitude of fighting it, we are fighting the body at the same time. We're fighting the self. Love, acknowledgement, and gratitude is what's going to get us better. It's going to make us well. Of course, we have to follow the best foods that we need to eat from a physical level, drink the best water, be at peace as much as possible, watch that runaway mind, all mind, body, spirit, just like this challenge. All levels have to be looked at, analyzed, and practiced for the best health that you can have. We want to love and send gratitude because the body is our vehicle. It is our earth suit in this journey. So acknowledge it, love it, ask it questions as much as you can, as often as you can, and you will feel more at peace. You'll have more harmony and certainly less disease, if any. This is a healing technique that is your divine right and power to exercise at any time. Know that you have this. Feel this energy of love and gratitude and acknowledgement in your heart, and you focus it, and miracles can happen. Yes, they can, and it's all possible. Thank you guys once again for joining. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi guys, we're back. Day 30, Body, Mind, Spirit Challenge. My name is Jim Standish, one of your co-hosts, and welcome back. So today I think we're going to dive right back in where we left off. We were talking about the I Ching systems instruments, their ability to seal and heal neurological pathways, in correct imbalances, as well as remove subatomic particles from your field. Now, we use the expression that every living thing desires to experience life from perfect balance point. And perfect balance point is that place where your body and your electrical system are completely aligned and energy is flowing freely through your system without obstructions. Now, I'm a fan of chiropractic. I have a chiropractor that has really helped me through some interesting and challenging injuries. The concept behind chiropractic is that it aligns your spine, and when your spine is aligned, energy is flowing through your system properly. Same thing with acupuncture. An acupuncturist stimulates gates in your system. There are 72,000 nadis in your system, or energy points, energy centers. So I think you can understand to be a competent acupuncturist, there is an incredible amount of studying. 72,000 nadis you got to know. Okay, seriously. And the needles, what the needles do is they stimulate those little gates. And the gates can also be represented in the I Ching. And we talked about the I Ching and the 64 hexagrams, how there are 64 bits in your computer, 64 strands in your DNA, and that the hexagrams actually represent opened and closed gates. And when energy is flowing properly through your system, your body has a much better chance of healing itself. So with the I Ching systems technology, I shared that, finally we can really demonstrate this photographically. And in the handout today and on the website, if you go to ichingtools.com, you will see some GDV imagery of how the instruments align your chakra points. And we can actually demonstrate that photographically as how your system comes into alignment. And to go into the entire process, it would take quite a bit of time. So what I want to do is just kind of share some of these things with you and invite you to do your own research. Kind of go out, check this stuff out for yourself. And I just want to share with you a couple little instruments that are really cool. So we saw the perfect balance card. This little guy, this is called the Little Wonder. Okay, and it's actually a handheld device. And this was developed specifically to keep in your pocket. And it was specifically designed for people potentially in an office situation. Now, I talked about the accumulation of subatomic particles from other people, other well-intending, influential people in our lives. What this little guy does is you kind of keep it in your pocket, and it will protect your system from accumulating subatomic particles from the boss that comes up to you and says, hey, blah, blah, blah. And again, we'll get back to that emotional feeling of hurt. Subatomic particles being delivered by somebody else into your system, and how you react to that. I think I just got a notification on my computer. Did you guys all hear that? And we talked about that, how you can accumulate subatomic particles. One of the more advanced instruments is this guy. Pull this out. This is kind of a big guy. This is called the Rainbow Bridge. It's an advanced instrument. I bring this with me when I do seminars, and it is really quite interesting to see how people react to this. And in my experience, sometimes people with the most damage just become glued to this thing like a magnet, and that kind of shows me the power behind the instrument itself. So sometimes we'll be at a seminar, and we have them set up in the table in the back, and there'll be people that are just like holding on to it. And typically, we tell people that 15 minutes is enough. It's like a glass of water that you can pour water into the glass, and it's only going to hold so much. So your body is going to receive this energy. The energy is going to cycle through your body, and it's only going to hold so much at any one given time. And we'll see people holding on to these things, and just I'll come up behind them and say, hey, when you put a turkey in the oven and the little thing pops up, well, I think you're done. And in sometimes speaking to these people later, and I'll have a conversation with them, either after the seminar or at the end of the day, and they will share with me some kind of like horrific childhood story about their parenting or some of the things that they went through as kids, and it just kind of demonstrates to me that that this really works. I mean, it's an amazing thing. The other really kind of cool thing that you can do with this instrument actually is send the energy telepathically. And I know this sounds completely far out. However, there's this guy Einstein. I don't know, Albert Einstein. Have you ever heard of him? He's fairly prolific in American culture. He and this guy Dr. Rosen demonstrated, and they were humble enough to name it after themselves. They called it the Einstein-Rosen Bridge. And they demonstrated scientifically that a person can send a thought from one part of the world to another part of the world, and that the thought is delivered almost instantaneously. So me wanting validation and wanting to prove the efficacy of this, I set up an experiment with a couple of close friends of mine that I knew were fairly intuitive and very sensitive. And I set up this experiment with the Rainbow Bridge. It was called the Super Booster at the time. That I said, look, I'm gonna put you on the Super Booster, and we're gonna pick a time. So say like next Tuesday, anytime between 2 and 4, I'm gonna drop you on, and I want you to tell me what time it was that I put you on. And time after time after time after time again, the people were able to tell me to the moment when I introduced the energy or sent the energy to them. So again, absolute 100% validation that this works. Crazy stuff. Not really so crazy if you understand the science behind it. And that is what I've been sharing with you all along is all of these various topics that we've talked about. Any one of these topics we could have done an entire 30 days on, right? I mean, we could do an entire 30 days on meditation. We could do an entire 30 days certainly on the Destiny card system or the I Ching system, or certainly I Ching systems and the I Ching systems instruments. And it is my intention to share with you a bunch of different opportunities. No one thing is a fit for everybody. And what I wanted to do is to share with you tools, tips, and techniques that will enhance your life experience. So hopefully you have been keeping notes, and you've been going through your notebook and you've been writing these things down. And that is the specific reason I asked you to do that, is so that you can go back and revisit these things. So you may decide to choose a topic. Let's say you're like, all right, I'm going to get into this destiny card thing, and you dive into it. I mean, there could be, 6, 8, 10 months of research there and work and understanding the system and putting it to work in your life. And then you might, turn the page and say, well, I'm gonna try meditation. So my entire purpose for this whole thing was to develop the spiritual side of you. I'm picking up the spiritual pillar, and what we think of as spiritual is that of the non-physical world. You say, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm not religious, but I'm really spiritual." Okay, and I think that the paradigm that we're in, religions have been a dominant force in our thought process, in our evolutionary process, and that sometimes we rely on a specific religious doctrine to explore the spiritual side of ourselves. And I think that you could combine any religion and explore any religion. It doesn't matter what religion it is or what your practice is, that every single one of them have certainly a huge spiritual component to them, or an understanding of the non-physical world and how you are not only here, that you can touch and feel and see. And I have demonstrated to you and shared with you the science that there's a whole nother part of us that is very real and very physical, however physical in the nanoparticle world, the world that we can't necessarily see or touch. However, can we not see it? Are we not developing technology more and more all the time that goes deeper and deeper and deeper so that we can actually see these things that we thought didn't exist? And that is what has been the most fun for me, is that I've been a student of metaphysics my entire life. And now that science is catching up to some of that stuff, we can actually prove and demonstrate that a lot of this spiritual stuff, a lot of this, what people think is a pile of poop, is very real, very physical, and very valid. So I thank you very much for joining me through this journey. And it is my hope, my wish, and my prayer that you are able to take some of these tools, tips, and techniques, utilize them in your life, and then create for yourself an incredible, wonderful, magical life experience. I invite you to stay in touch. You have my website, you have my address, my email address. I think all that stuff we've handed out. Pull out the PDFs for today. There's some handouts today. It's been my pleasure to share this information with you, and I hope we have the opportunity to work together and we do this again, because, as I said, any one of these topics we can go much, much deeper in, much deeper. I have kind of skimmed the surface on a whole bunch of stuff, and it's really just to expand your awareness. And it's been my pleasure to share. God bless. We'll see you guys in the future. Take care.
Hello, I'm Dr. Howard. Today's our last day of the series. And what I would like to do is give you a blessing, a very special blessing. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha, Hosei Adonai panav elecha, v'yasem lecha shalom. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord look with favor upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord smile upon you and bring you peace. Amen. That's a prayer. It's a prayer that the high priest would give to the people of Israel. And I'm giving that to you. I am a priest of Israel, hereditary priest. It is also a prayer that the Father gives to his children every Friday night, whether he's a priest or not. And so I would like to leave you with the end of this series with that blessing. And I'm going to tell you that blessing will stay with you forever. If you would like to bless someone else in addition, make your blessing, state what it is, and think about this blessing that I just gave you with the intent that it will multiply and not only be your blessing, but be the blessing of the person that you just duplicated it and gave to. Thank you. That's the greatest gift you can give me, is to allow me to bless you and for you to pass that blessing on to people that you know in this world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. A couple things I like to do before we finish. Yeah, well, maybe one more thing. I want to show you one reason to have hope in this world. There are devices like this being invented all the time. This is an MR7 device. It was invented by an orthopedic surgeon, a friend of mine. It is legal. It's approved by the FDA. It is a variable frequency TENS unit using pulsed electromagnetic fields so that you don't have to attach wires to people directly. It does all sorts of things if you put the right frequencies in. My friend who invented this is using it very successfully to relieve pain in his patients, to help promote healing, and do all sorts of things that are needed that help his patients. They assist in the healing process, and so they're fine to use. I used this a year and a half ago. My friend loaned me one of these, a preliminary, not the final model, and I programmed it myself. I used it for 3 months to be in congestive heart failure with my lungs not filling up at all. During that period, I was able to do Tai Chi and everything else that I needed to do. Finally, when things were slowly getting a little worse, I decided I better do something, and that it was time to go see the surgeon. Well, see the heart specialist. I knew I'd be referred for surgery. But during that period, I told God I knew I was going to need surgery, but I wasn't interested right then. I had some things to do first. And lo and behold, my friend loaned me one of these. The hospital kept losing the records, so they couldn't do the testing to confirm that I needed the surgery. And I went about my life doing what I needed to do. Got to the hospital, finally said, okay, enough's enough. We're going to have to do something. I'm getting weaker. But meanwhile, I could breathe. I didn't have a problem with breathing. They sort of panicked when I went into the hospital and they finally did the test because I had a 90% blockage of the blood going through the heart, which means I needed a new heart valve. And I had a 90% blockage of the blood going to the heart, which meant that I had a whole bunch of coronary arteries that needed to be replaced. I need a quintuple bypass. And the surgeon came in to say, well, you're going to have to go home and come back in 2 days. We're going to operate. I said, fine. I already knew that was going to be the case. And he looked at me and said, by the way, you're a chiropractor, aren't you? I said, yeah. He said, can you do anything for a cracked rib? He was in pain. I said a prayer. I said, yeah, I think I might be able to. Let's see. I touched it. I said, here? He said, yeah. So I said a prayer quietly under my breath and held it till I felt that it was sufficient, that enough energy had transferred. I said, how's that? He said, oh, that feels much better. I said, okay, see you in a couple of days. I wasn't about to let him operate on me while could have a spasm from a cracked rib. I don't know if I just relieved the pain. I don't know if the bone healed perfectly, instantly. I don't care. When you do energy work, don't worry about whether it's perfect. Just assume it is and go about your business helping the next person. I helped him. He helped me. Took 16 months. I'm still not fully recovered, but to my original strength. I still have some limitations on how long I can go without resting. But a year ago, I was able to go through rehab therapy for the heart. I was able to row 3 miles in a 10-minute period as part of the therapy. You had a choice. They didn't say go get on a rowing machine and row. They gave you a whole bunch of machines. The doctors know what they're doing for emergency care, and they do it very, very well. This is the beginning of the new medicine. Things are not going to change instantly overnight. People's realities aren't going to change. Frequencies can heal. This proves it. There are other devices on the market similar to this that prove it. They all work slightly differently. Each person thinks that the one that they're using is the best. It absolutely works the best. But we can do it with the same thing that we do with these, we can do with intention fields. But right now, we're in a stage where the general public can accept this, and it works. And most people can't accept intention fields. They still think about burning witches at the stake. And I don't want to give them a really good excuse to decide that maybe I are one. We're just God's helpers trying to do the best that we can while mankind continues growing up and eventually gets out of childhood. God bless you. It's been wonderful talking to you. We'll see you around. Take care.
Hello everyone, Donna Whittington here from Peace, Love, Joy, and Bliss Coaching. So today I wanted to talk to you about dating profiles. So for my single folks who are out there and who want to get into the dating scene and perhaps are going to try a dating service. So there's many services out there, of course, Match.com, there's eHarmony. Those, of course, are the most popular. And then, of course, there's so many apps out there, Tinder, and just a whole slew of those. OkCupid, all those little cutesy ones that are out there as well. But let's talk about your dating profile. So if you are planning on doing some online dating, here are just a few quick tips. And these are some of these tips I got from Marie Claire. Lots of good things on that site. So the obvious one, of course, is your photo. What's the photo that you are presenting? Of course, you want to have 3 shots. First one being at least 3 shots, I should say. You definitely want to have a headshot. And going to suggest with that headshot, showing your eyes. Make sure your eyes are visible. Isn't the eyes the window to the soul? So show your eyes, especially if you got those big, pretty blue or green or whatever, hazel, brown eyes, whatever you have, show them off. Also, show your smile. That, of course, is nice and inviting when you're able to show your smile. So your headshot is going to be a nice upfront picture of you. So you'll want to definitely have a headshot. Make sure it's colorful as well. And then, of course, you'll want a full body shot. The full body is going to give the overall look of you. It's going to show your body type, which is important because on these apps and dating sites, you can say who you are attractive to and what type of body type are you looking for. So that's important. And action, a nice action photo, maybe of you doing something, skiing or playing a sport, something action-wise, doing yoga, something. And that also kind of gives the person looking at your profile kind of a little bit of an insight into you. Now, I am going to say, please make sure you have a recent photo. Folks, there is nothing worse than putting up your photo from 10 years ago when you know you do not look like that. Go on and put up a new photo. Put up a current photo. Alrighty. Oh, here's a nice big one here. Ask for help. This one I like, this tip, asking for help, because first of all, with the billions of people that are here on this planet, there's nothing that we need to do alone. I mean, there's a couple things. But seriously, ask for help when you need it. This is a great area to ask for help. And solicit your female friends, solicit your male friends, and have them look over your profile. We tend to be more harder on ourselves than what our friends would be. And plus, our friends can look at us from a different set of eyes, things that we will probably feel too self-conscious to put in our profiles. Our friends will be like, hey, don't forget this. So do that. Definitely ask for them. Ask their opinion. Oh, talk about your activities, your outdoorsy activities. No one wants to put that they play video games on their profile, and of course, unless you do, then honesty is important, and which is another one on your profile. Be honest. So if you are the one who's looking for a date, however, and you want to just stay at home playing video games, you should put that on there. Be open and be honest. Stay positive. No one likes a Debbie Downer. Sorry if your name's Debbie. Update your profile regularly. So if you've been on some of these dating sites, time to make sure you give it a once over and make sure that it is up to date. If you need to update your picture, or if there's something that you used to do that you're not doing anymore, update that as well. But update your profile. Be specific. Be specific as to what you are wanting. Communication is key, folks. Be specific. Here's one that when I was online, doing online dating, this one always got to me. And I know it's picky, but it's real. And that is, check your grammar. Folks, we live in an age of spell check. There is no reason for you to have misspelled words on your profile. And even your grammar. Grammar matters. Hashtag grammar matters. That is real, folks. Please check your spelling and your grammar, your tenses, all that stuff. That makes it really does come into play, and it really is important. It says a lot about who you are. So check that out. And if you aren't sure, there is an app called Grammarly. You can Google that, and it's free. So not a bad thing. Okay. Keep it short and sweet. You don't need to write a huge paragraph, or a huge book, I should say, on your dating profile. Nobody wants to take 5 pages to read about you. Make it short and sweet. Condense some things. Be focused. Excuse me, be the focus. And by that, I mean, don't post pictures of you and your friends. You and your kids, that's fine. But when you post pictures of you from the wedding party that you went to, and all the groomsmen, and you're in the bunch, what happens if there's a hotter guy in the bunch? Just a thought. Post pictures of you. Be the focus. This is all about you. Have fun and show people your sense of humor. Love that. Show some summer pics. It's nice to see you out by the water or hiking and things like that, as opposed to all bundled up and you're looking painfully cold. So, let's see. Did I say show your sense of humor? If I didn't, please do. Show that you have a sense of humor. That's always nice. And of course, have fun. Show your fun side. All right, folks. Donna Whittington of Peace, Love, Joy, and Bliss Coaching. You can find me at Peace, Love, Joy, and Bliss Coaching.com. My email is peaceloveandblisscoaching@gmail.com. I've got a Love Connections page on Facebook. Like me there. You can also connect with me on Instagram, Peace, Love, and Bliss. I'm all over the place. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Remember to stay sexy. That brings in lots of fun energy. Stay sexy, my friends. Have a fabulous day.
Day 30. What else can we play with? What goes beyond anything we've ever done or experienced? Today's challenge is, from this moment on, what if you were to live your life as a total celebration? Everything in your life, celebrate it. Every occurrence, every creation, acknowledge. What if you were acknowledge yourself as the creator source of everything in your life? Would you celebrate it then? Live life as a total celebration. Find the blessing. You are the life of the party. Live it up. Celebrate. Congratulate yourself for everything. What are you waiting for? What do you have to offer? Celebrate now. Yay. I celebrate you. You are victorious now. See the victory. It's yours. Bless you. Namaste. Go forth. This isn't over.